Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a package here from Born Pretty. So little Angelina has made her appearance again. We're going to do a design on her today. Don't know if that's what her name's going to be forever, but you know, hey, it just kind of like, it stuck with me today, so that's what she's going to be today. So welcome Angelina to the show. So the last time I received a package from Born Pretty, I realized that I did not have any of their base or top coat. So when I got my next email and they were like, hey, choose what you want, I was like, hey, can I get some base and top coat? I'd really like to use the whole system. If I'm going to, you know, be showcasing a brand, I want to use it completely. So they sent me their base and top coat. And these are the 15 milliliter, so full size, big mama ones. We have our base gel and our top coat, so that's what I'm going to be using today with the design. And can we just appreciate this box for a minute? Look at that hollow goodness. It's so pretty. Okay, let me get that out of the way before it keeps distracting me. And the polishes that I received along with our base and top coat are the Color Light Cateye. Okay, so I got 3 of the Color Light Cateye. It says Color Light Cat Gel Light Flow. So I have MY09, MY10, and MY11. And they are on the website, Light Flow Colored Cat Magnetic Gel Polish, and they are 10 milliliter. They come in a 10 milliliter bottle, 10 milliliters, and the entire set has 6 polishes, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So they have 6 colors, so I got half of the collection here, so I'm definitely going to have to pick up the other half if I love these, which I'm sure I will because they're cat eye. Y'all know me, I'm like crazy about cat eyes. So the set, the entire set, and I'll have this linked, and I'll link these 3 that I have and the base and top coat. I'll link it all in the description of this video, so check that out. But the entire collection goes for $29.99, and that is US dollars on their site. So you can pick up, it's a 6-piece collection for $29.99, or individually the colors are $5.99. So $5.99 a piece or $29.99 for the entire collection. So what I am going to do is, first off, so I have these 3 and I have pre-prepped my little swatch wheel here with a white, a black, and clear. Duh, clear. I'm going to grab my cat eye magnet real quick because I did not do that. Okay. So I grabbed my handy dandy trusty, this is the one I use for basically everything, cat eye magnet, and I also grabbed this little cylinder magnet, so we'll kind of play with them a little bit and see what we like. So let's start with number 9. We'll go in order 9, 10, and 11. So this is number 9. It is MY09, and it is Color Light Cat Gel Light Flow. So they are the Light Flow Cat Eye collection. Oh, and this one's, oh, I guess I should probably just like show it to you in the bottle first. Oops. It's super early, you guys. Like, seriously, my husband left for work. He leaves for work at like 3:30 in the morning. It's probably like 4:30. I don't know what time it is. And I couldn't get back to sleep. I woke up probably before he did. Do I have you guys zoomed in? I think I zoomed you in all the way. Did I? No, I did not. Maybe that's my problem. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, take 2. This is MY09, and it is a pretty purple. Maybe I can get it to focus. problems, early morning problems. Okay, so this is a purple. This is a really pretty, like soft purple. I want to say I have one from another random AliExpress brand that my clients really like. Oh, you know what? Let me just go through the colors first. We'll come back to this because I can just kind of buzz through that and you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, and it'll be easier than me trying to talk through this because I don't want this video, it's going to be super long anyway. Y'all know me, I just ramble on and on forever. So next up we have MY Ken, and this is a pretty blue, kind of almost like a, not really a turquoise blue, but it's got just a tiny bit of a green hint to it, so it's not like a periwinkly blue, I guess. And then next up we have MY11 or MY11, and this one is a pretty pink. So we have a pretty pink, we have a purple, and we have a blue. Okay, so those are the 3 colors I got. Like I said, there are 6 colors in the collection. And so there is a yellow, a green, and like a orange maybe. It might be more of like a corally orange from what I can tell in the picture. So we've got this right here. That's the collection. I have the purple, the blue, and the pink. So there's like a corally one, the green, and the yellow, which I'm definitely gonna have to pick up because these look absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, the whole collection, $29.99, and each color individually is $5.99. So there we go. Now I'll go ahead and just speed through this. I'll do 1 coat over the white and the black to see what that looks like with these colors, and then I will do 2 coats of the color by itself over the clear as like what I would do normally on my clients, although their nails aren't like clear. It'll still give us an idea. So see you back here in a little bit. Okay guys, I'm back. I've got them all swatched now, and excuse me, like I said, I did the white, black, and then by itself. And the Born Pretty top coat is a no wipe top coat. I don't know if that says anywhere. It just has the directions, ingredients, and warnings, but it doesn't say. It just says Born Pretty super top coat. So that's what that one is. Ow, as I drop it all the way to the floor and hit myself in the foot. Alright, my day's starting off real good. Maybe I should have just went back to sleep. Super top coat. Super top coat. And then the base gel is just called base gel. But like I said, I'll link those in the description of this video. I did not use base coat on here, but I will use base coat on here because it's part of the design that I am planning on doing. So we have the MY09 is our purple one, and she is beautiful. Over white, it is pretty. Don't get me wrong, this is pretty. I probably should have evened it out just a little bit more because I think I did better on the blue and the pink. But it's a little patchy, and that's, again, like I said, my problem, not necessarily the gel's problem. But I think if I played around with it a little bit more and got it a little bit more even before I used the Cateye magnet, then it would have more of that kind of like purple haze on it. I think this would look pretty over a light purple, or something that, you know, kind of matches it. If you want to do like one coat over a color, you could do that. Over the black, this is amazing. This is totally Galaxy inspired, super pretty. Love it. I want to see what it looks like just like velvetized over the black as well, because I think it'll give a really nice cool look. And then by itself, just 2 coats. Like I said, this is what I normally do on a client, and they normally have a like pinkish builder on, so they have that like natural nail bed kind of look. And it is just a tiny bit sheer, but it's not anything super major, nothing that would be noticeable, you know, on your nail, but you can kind of see a little bit that it's still a little sheer, but very pretty. I think it's my favorite because purple. So the next one is MY10 or MY10, and it is our blue. And again, so over the white, it's just a little patchy. Like I said, I got a little better than what I did with the purple, but I think, just a little bit thicker of a coat over top of it. So you've got more of a uniform, like blue hue to it, and that's going to be like your jelly base for this polish. So really pretty. Again, I think it would look pretty over a light blue or something that matches, you know, the color tone of the polish. Over black, again, amazing. Love it. I could really see myself doing a bunch of Cateye, or not Cateye, Galaxy nail looks with this. I definitely will be using these over black in the future, and I will definitely be picking up the other 3 from this collection to complete the collection, because, you know, you can't just have one. But so super pretty over black. I think it would also look pretty, any of these would look pretty over a darker version of itself, right? So like a dark purple, a dark blue, and a dark pink, I think would also look pretty. I just did kind of basic black and white to kind of give you the showcase of this is what it looks like on the extremes. So then, and again, by itself, you know, you can't really see the nail line through there when it's on the nail. So I think you'd be fine with 2 coats just by itself. Now, if you do have like long, like clear tips on, maybe put like a sheer pink or something just to kind of disguise your, you know, your natural free edge. And then last but not least, we have, I already picked that one up, MY11 or MY11, and it is our pink one. So again, I think I did the best over the white with this one. It's got just a little bit of patchiness there at the edge, but again, that's, you know, my application error. Doesn't have anything to do with the polish. Now, I am assuming that these are not meant to go over like white. You know, you can do whatever you want, but so I don't think that that's how the polish was designed. I honestly think it was meant to be by itself or over like a super dark color. But over white, it does look pretty. It kind of makes the white look like a super duper sheer pink, and it is very pretty. Again, over the black, I don't think I did a really good job applying the top coat. I missed a little spot there. I was just kind of slapping it on there. But I do like the top coat. It is super shiny, and it is no wipe formula, so that's good for like chrome application and stuff like that. You could also use it for that. But so our pink one over black is beautiful, just as the blue and the purple ones are. I could definitely see doing some like Easter Galaxy kind of nail sets. And then the pink by itself, I think, is the sheerest of the 3, just because it is lighter. So you can definitely see my finger through there. But again, over a nail, you're not necessarily going to see that free edge, but you could also put a sheer pink underneath this to kind of disguise that. if you felt it necessary. So there are our swatches. Very pretty, very pretty. Now I am going to work on the design, and I think I'm going to try to pop up a picture on the screen right about here of what I did for my client. This was not done with the Born Pretty. It was done with another brand because I hadn't received this yet. But as soon as I got these, I was like, oh my goodness, I definitely want to do this design again with these polishes. So I will pull up the design. Now she showed me a picture, and I will show you guys if I can find it. Okay, so she actually showed me a picture. It was this video, and I took a screenshot of it, and it's actually from Betsy. So I'm not sure what this collection is, but we're going off of the colors that I have, and that's what we're going to use. But it's this kind of like mosaic Cateye stained glass kind of look. So it involves doing some isolated chrome and some Cateye to fill in. I'm not going to do all of the nails with this. I'm just going to do the 2 accent nails, and then we're just going to use a Cateye for the other 2 on little Angelina over here. So, but this is kind of the, I guess, inspiration for this design. And what I did on her, let me find. Okay, so here is what I did on her. And again, this was a different brand of the Cateye, but we did the 2 accent nails, and then we did one of the colors on the other nail. So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do. Haven't decided if I want to do it over black or over a color. I think I'll just do it by itself. But we did that kind of mosaic, and we filled it in with the different Cateye. So this is kind of what I'm going for with these colors. So I'm just going to use these 3 colors to fill them in, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to show you a better way than what I did it, because after the fact, I noticed, and I don't have it up here, I did not get myself ready. Okay, so I'm going to be using my gel paint. So I just have my black gel paint from Madam Glam, and I'm going to be using that, and okay, so I'm going to be using my black gel paint and some chrome with a little applicator here, and this one's kind of dirty, but it still works. It's fine. It'd be fine. So we are going to do a little bit of an isolated chrome design, and to start out with, on our of course on all of the nails you want to do a base coat, but after you do, like say you're doing a structured manicure, you do your base coat, you do your builder, you file, you buff, you do all the things. In order for our gel paint to be the only thing that the chrome sticks to, we're going to need a base coat, and we're going to need to cleanse that base coat after we cure it. So that's what I'm going to do on these 2 for our accent nails. So we are just going to take and give it a nice coat, and this Born Pretty base coat is a pretty thick consistency, so that's nice. It's kind of, maybe it's more of like a rubber base type consistency. So we shall see how this works out for us and our chrome application. Oops. We got it on her cuticle. Sorry, Angelina. Okay, so I think that is good with our base coat. It is nice and even, and we should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a full cure for 60 seconds. I believe that that's what it calls for. Yep, it says cure under UV or LED lamp for 60 seconds for a complete dry. So Born Pretty base cure for 60 seconds. So once that, oops, I'm gonna knock everything over here. So once that is done, we are gonna take some alcohol on a wipe and we are gonna cleanse off that sticky layer. And the reason why we're gonna cleanse off that sticky layer is because the chrome does not like to stick to a base coat that doesn't have a sticky layer. And I know that sounds kind of weird, and I know that sounds like doesn't really make sense, but that's just kind of what works, I guess. Don't know why. It's magic. Okay, so we have our base coat cured. Now we're just going to take, and I just have a little pump bottle with some alcohol, and we are just going to go ahead and give that a nice little scrub-a-dub, get all that sticky layer off of there so that we don't have our chrome sticking to anything that we don't want it to. Now, it's not 1000% necessary on this particular design because you are going to be filling in those squares with your builder gel, or not builder gel, but your Cateye, or if you do it with a different color, you could do it with just a cream if you just wanted like a Mosaic cream, but this is just, you know, the sparkly version. But so it's not 100% necessary, but you don't want, if you don't want the chrome look underneath your Cateye, then you will definitely want to wipe off that sticky layer. So with the Madam Glam gel paint, I'm just going to take it, I'm going to load up my brush, and this is the yellow vegan like striper brush from Wildflowers. I believe it's only available in the set of brushes that they have that are the vegan brushes. But so okay, so we're going to do this one finger at a time. So we'll get her other fingers out of the way here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load up my brush. I don't want it to be like blobby. I just want it to be nice, even. Probably can't see now that it's... So we just want it to be nice and even because we're just going to do some thin lines. So we don't want it to be super bulky. So we're just going to take and kind of randomly, it doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical, but we're just going to kind of map out a grid on our nail. And like I said, it doesn't have to be, you know, going all the same direction for like your first like row, I guess. But you just kind of want to get some lines on there. So we just kind of like haphazard, and it's fine. Like some of the sections are going to be a little smaller than others, and that's fine because we're just kind of going for a kind of random. I think I did on my client, we ended up doing a little bit more like symmetrical, which ended up looking fine, but I think the inspiration was a little bit less symmetrical. So I'm just kind of dipping back into my gel paint just to kind of keep a nice like full brush so I can keep doing the thin line. I'm not applying a bunch of pressure. I'm just literally touching the nail and dragging those bristles across the nail. And I just want, and we're kind of making like a little barrier of sorts. We'll go that one across. And this is going to be where we fill in our Cateye colors. So there I have my little grid. I don't know if that was in focus. I wasn't paying any attention. So there we have our little grid, and I kind of like how those are kind of funky. If there's anything that you don't necessarily like, now's the time to fix that, because once you cure it, it's on there. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 60-second cure, and then I will be right back to apply the chrome. Okay, now that we have her all nice and cured, I'm gonna take my little eyeshadow applicator with chrome, and I'm just gonna dab just a tiny little bit. Like, you just need very, very minimal when you're doing this. And I'm just gonna kind of start to tap it on where the black gel paint is. And if you need a little bit more, give yourself another little tap, and then we're gonna go ahead and finish going down the rest of the nail. And then I'm just going to take that and I'm going to rub over top and get any of that excess chrome powder off of there. Now, I did get some on her finger, and that's fine. It'll wipe off. Probably not off of the silicone hand, but it will wipe off. So there we have our chrome lines all nice and chromed. And so I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process on this finger. I'll probably just kind of like speed through that one, and then I'll be back to, I'm going to close up this chrome so I don't spill it everywhere. But yeah, so I'll just speed through this part, and then we'll meet you back when I'm ready to fill in the spots. So stay tuned. Okay, so now we have both of the nails we cured and chromed, and I haven't top coated or done anything over this because we're just going to work on top of our base coated nail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little, if I can get the cap off, I'm going to take my little Young Nails micro detailer. And we're just going to take each of the different colors, and we're just going to basically be like color by number kind of thing. We're just going to fill in the spots. And there's no real rhyme or reason. I mean, you can try to match up what the picture is if you want to recreate it entirely. But I'm just going to start with one color because we're going to magnetize it. So I don't want to try to do it all because I want them to all look somewhat different. So we're just going to work on, I think I'm going to work on, we're just going to work on this one, and then I'll probably speed through the second one because it'll be, the same, but I'll just kind of talk through how I did this one. So I'm just going to take my dotting tool first, and I just kind of found that this kind of, kind of helps get the polish on there. So we're just going to put like a little dot in the middle of the spot that we want to do, and I'm just going to pick a few random spots that I want to be blue. Let's do this big guy down here too. So we got 4. Let's do the tip up in blue too. Okay, so now I kind of have it mapped out and I like where it is. If you're afraid that you're going to mess up anywhere along with this next step, you can definitely do a base coat over top of your chrome. I have a fuzzy. Get out of there. So that you don't like mess up your chrome. But it's going to kind of work as a little bit of a barrier for you. And you're just going to fill in those little squares or rectangles or triangles, whatever kind of shape you ended up making. And it's okay if it sticks up a little bit because we will double top coat this. So make sure that you're getting a nice healthy amount. No, I'm not like blobbing it on there, but you know, make sure you've got a nice little amount to work with that will still give you a cat eye effect when you use the magnet. Okay, so we have our little squares filled in. Oops, I'm just gonna roll my, and I think I have just a little bit much up there, but let's spread him out. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my magnet and I'm just gonna kind of work those particles and see kind of what they're doing. And I just kind of want to get that flash to kind of move around a little bit until it's kind of giving me what I want. I don't know if any of that was even on camera. But so there we go, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to flash cure this for 30 seconds. And that's just going to hold it in place so I can do the next color. And I will do that for each of the colors till I get to the last color, which will be our purple, and then I will give it a full cure. Okay, so we have that one flash cured now. Pretty, pretty. Now we're going to do the same thing with our pink, and we're just going to find some spots that we want to do pink. I think I'll make that one pink. And let's do this little one up here. This one over here. And really it all just kind of depends on like how many stripes you put on your nail as to how many areas that you're going to have to fill in. So if you want bigger spots, don't do as many lines. So again, I'm just going to take our pink now, and we're gonna just fill in those little spots, and you want to be careful to not go over the line. Like I said, it will kind of create a barrier for you with that gel paint that we put on and then chromed, but it's not super duper tall, so I mean if you really blob on the polish, it can go over the edge. Okay, so I have my spots filled in, and I'm liking the distribution of color because I think I wanted more purple, because obviously I want more purple. But so I'm just going to do the same thing, just kind of waving my magnet around and just getting it to like maybe flash in a different way. So there, our pink is a little bit darker, and I'm going to go ahead and flash cure that. Okay, so now we have those two cured. Now I'm going to go in with the purple and fill in the rest of them. Now, if I were to take a look at this and go, oh, well, I've got too many purple that are right next to each other, I don't necessarily want them all to be purple, I can leave them and go in with one of the other colors if I wanted to and fill it back in with a different color. But I'm okay with having these three purple up here, you know, right next to each other. Like, I'm fine with that. Y'all know me. I'm the purple queen. Of course, there's a lot of you guys out there that your favorite color is purple, which I think is awesome because, I mean, purple to me is the best color. So, yay for us purple girls. But yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in these last remaining spots. With our purple. Sorry, I can't talk and paint at the same time, apparently. But I didn't want to do a voiceover. I just wanted to like talk through this because I feel like it's a little bit more like in the moment of what is happening and what's going on. But then I get quiet because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. Okay, so we have one little spot here that these two purples, since they're right next to each other, they kind of decided that they wanted to join each other, but that's okay. So I'm going to take this magnet now and just kind of see what kind of different pull I can get maybe for this one. So we'll maybe like pull it just a tad bit different. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like that. So we're going to go ahead and cure that. And I'm going to give that a full cure. And then I'll just buzz through the other nail. So I'll get that one filled in. And then I will come back when I'm ready to do the last nails and top coat. I have both of our little accent nails done and they're looking super pretty. Super pretty. Okay, so here's where I learned a couple of like tricks and tips. Okay, so this is like trial and error. So on this first one here, when I did these two purple ones, they kind of look like they're one. I guess you can still kind of see the line a little bit. But it did kind of go over the chrome just slightly. So that one, like head on, it kind of looks like one spot, but like up close you can tell that it's two spots. So when I did this one, I did the purple ones different. I filled in ones that weren't touching and then cured those, and then went back in with the same color and filled in the other ones and cured them. So we are looking a little quilted, as you can maybe see. It's a little bumpy, and that's fine. Like I said, we are going to go ahead and go over that with 2 coats of top coat to smooth that out. So now I'm just going to try to decide what colors do I want to do. Now, if I was doing a whole hand, which, you know, Angela, she had an accident and she lost her thumb. So she only has 4 fingers. So we just work with what we have, and we don't talk about it. So, but if I was doing this like on my hand and I did my 2 accent nails, I have 3 nails, I have 3 colors, I would do one of each. I think my client, we just went ahead and did the purple because that was the color that she wanted to be most prominent, or maybe that was the color that was the least prominent in the accent nails. So with that being said, I think pink is our least prominent color here. I think I can see more blue and more purple. Definitely more blue on this one, and I think I did more purple on that one. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do these 2 with our pink. So let me find that one. Oh, that one was the blue. Grab that one. I'd have looked at the numbers. Duh. Oh, so before I do that, let's do our base. Let's do our base gel, because I did not do that on these 2. So let's go ahead and give this a nice coat of the base gel before we go in with our Cateye. And we're going to cure this for 60 seconds. So as soon as I get these 2 nails done, I'm going to pop it in my lamp for 60 seconds and give it a full cure. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our base gel cured. Now we can go in with our first coat of our Cateye. And I'm gonna give this a nice medium coat since it is on a clear tip. That second coat, when we do the Cateye, it should, you know, cover that for the most part. But we are just working on a clear tip, so it's going to be a little bit more see-through. So, I actually think that I'm going to do the velvet like I did for these to just kind of keep it kind of, you know, the same. I'm not going to do like the Cateye. So I'm just taking the magnet and I'm just kind of running it under the nail just to kind of pull some of those particles down so that it's not so sparkly. Kind of hard to see on camera. In real life, it's like you get a little bit more of that pink tone. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a full cure, and then we'll be back to do the Cateye. Okay, so our first coat is cured. Now we're going to go in with our second coat, and I'm going to do these two separately, just so the magnet doesn't disturb what we've already done on this nail when I do the next nail. So I'm going to give this a nice little medium coat, and I'm going to take my magnet. Let me bend her fingers up here a little bit. So I'm going to take the magnet and I'm just going to take the flat side and I'm just going to kind of come at it from the side and just kind of, just kind of leave it there. Let it kind of pull those particles. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side, and we're just going to kind of rotate the magnet a little bit as we're doing it, just to kind of get those particles to pull up so we've got that nice flash. And then I'm just going to come in here from the bottom, or the free edge, whatever you call it, and I'm just going to kind of zhuzh up that end a little bit just to kind of make it so that when you turn your nail you get that nice little flash. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flash cure this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got that one flash cured, and we're going to go ahead and go in with our second coat on this guy. Make sure you don't get any on your skin, and if you do, remove it, preferably with a gloved finger or a cleanup brush. Do not do as I do, do as I say. Okay. So we're just gonna do the same thing that we did with the pinky. We're just gonna kind of come at the nail with it parallel to the nail. And you just kind of like watch to see what it does, to see how you need to rotate your magnet and get it to do what you want it to do. There's no rush. You can kind of take your time and kind of feel it out and see what it's doing. So I like that. It's got the nice little flash as you turn it. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a full cure now, and then I'll be right back and we'll get them top coated. Alrighty, so we have everything fully cured and we are ready for top coat. Now, like I said, I'm going to do 2 coats of top coat on this, and I was just thinking, since this base coat is a nice thick consistency, I think I'm going to do a coat of that on our accent nails and cure that, and then we will top coat all of them with the super top coat. So there are some top coats, and now Born Pretty's top coat is pretty thin consistency, I would say. It's not super duper thin, but it's not like overly thick. And this base gel is almost as thick as a builder. Oh, I've got like a bubble going on. Oh, there we go. Pop that bubble. Get back in there. So I think with this being like a builder type kind kind of consistency as a like rubber base, I think this is going to work pretty good to level this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a nice little healthy amount on my brush, and we're going to go in and we're going to go over top of our accent nails and give it a nice generous coat, and just let it kind of fill in all of those little depression areas where we have the difference in height from our gels. Just gonna get a little bit more on my brush. And what I like to do with a base coat or a top coat, you could also use a clear builder if you want to encapsulate your design. But I will go over it, and then I'll kind of take a look and see where I have kind of some low areas. And I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush, and I'm just going to kind of drop a little bit on the nail, because that's like a big drip. We don't need that big of a drip. So we're just going to kind of let the gel touch, and then I'm going to pull it up and let it drag off. I hope I was in frame and not blurry. I apologize if I was. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to hold her hand upside down. Ooh, that even looks cool underneath with those black. Look at that. You could even do that with black and not even chrome it. Ooh, that'd be pretty. Okay, so I'm just holding her upside down. You can do this with your client. Just tell them to flip their hand upside down to let that gel just kind of level out and fill in any areas that might be a little lower and whatnot. So we're just going to let that do its thing, and I'm just going to take a look, and you can see how it's pretty well, I mean there's maybe a little bit of lumps and bumps, but it's pretty well smooth. I'm happy with that, so I'm going to go ahead and cure that. So we're going to give that a full cure. Okay guys, so now I'm back and I've got this with our base coat, and it's looking pretty smooth. You can see there's not, like, it's not too lumpy bumpy. It looks fairly smooth. So now we're going to go ahead and top coat, and I'm going to go in here with the Born Pretty Super Top Coat, and we're going to give them all a nice shiny top coat. Alrighty guys, so here is our final look. And again, like I said, since I got 3 colors, or these are the 3 colors that I chose, I would do 1 color on each nail if I was doing a full set, if you wanted it to be more of like that Skittles mani, or you can just pick one. You can pick your favorite. You can do the one that is least represented in your nail design. But so here we have our little quilted, I call it quilted. Now I will say, I mean, it feels smooth, so it wouldn't bug me if I left it like this, but there are just a few, like you can see the wiggle in the light line there. I would probably buff over it and then re-top coat just to make sure that it's nice and smooth. You know, if you're kind of OCD about things like I am, so I will probably do that before I take like the final pictures. But here we have our final look, and once again, thank you to Born Pretty for sending me these. I actually, when they emailed me, they sent me a couple different pictures of a couple of sets, and although I liked them, I was like, hey, I really kind of like this one better, but they didn't have that one available. Kind of long story. But they did send me a picture of this collection, and they said, hey, would you like to try these? Because, you know, you did the cat eye last time, and it looked like the video did pretty good. Because you guys, on my little short for my St. Patrick's Day nails. It got like over 6,000 views. I was like so excited. 6,000 people watched that little short. So I'm gonna have to do another little short. I will probably have done a little short of this, maybe filling these in with, you know, some of that, like maybe if I speed it up and then I can like do a little voiceover or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But like 6,000 views, I was so excited. I was like crazy. And I guess I'll take this opportunity here to say, if you're new here and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, subscribe, jump on this crazy train that we got going on here at Lynn Nails, and join in on the fun. Leave me some comments down below what you think of this design. Have you seen this design before? I had seen I think the same video that my client showed me, and when she sent it to me, I was like, oh my gosh, I saw that design. I said, we're not doing all 10 nails. There's no way. And she laughed. She said, yeah, that would probably be a little bit much, but we decided to do a couple of accent nails, and it turned out really pretty. Again, I will have probably already popped it up on the screen. If not, I will try to do so right here of the design that I did for her. I think it turned out really cute. The only thing, like I said, troubleshooting, trial and error, doing things, learning from doing things. So the video that I watched, they actually used their, I think it's their like chrome gel or whatever it is that they have from Betsy, and it was a clear gel, and they did their lines with the clear gel, and then they chromed over top of it, and it looked great, looked fine. Well, I used my no wipe top coat, and it kind of like settled, so it wasn't the best idea, and I didn't think of it until after the fact. And then when I got these polishes, I was like, oh, I want to do that design, that I thought that it dawned on me to use the gel paint, because you can chrome over the gel paint. It doesn't leave a sticky layer, so it is chromable after it's cured. So so that's what I did. I was like, oh, I will be able to get thinner lines if I use the gel paint. So now I'm really kind of kicking myself that I didn't play around with it before her appointment, but I guess I didn't really get a chance. But so now I know how to do it better. So if my client is watching this, I'm sorry that I ended up learning a better way to do it. I hope you still love your nails. I think they're super pretty. But yeah, so using the gel paint, you really can kind of keep that fine line, and it's not going to go anywhere. And you can also kind of cure it as you go, because it doesn't have a sticky layer, so you don't have to really worry about like over curing it for the chrome to not stick. I've never had that issue before when I've done like little details with the gel paint and then chroming over top of it. So but yeah, I think these turned out super cute. Let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, I guess that's all I got for today. This video is probably going to be super long. I'm going to try to like trim it down and cut out some rambling maybe, but we'll see. But it's super early in the morning, and that's what happens when I'm up super early in the morning and I decide to do some nail art before the sun even comes up. So if the sun's gonna come up today, I don't know if it will. But yeah, I think these turned out super cute. Once again, thank you to Born Pretty for sending me these and for suggesting these cat eyes when I suggested some other like springy toned colors. And so yeah, they sent me back and said, hey, would you like to try out some of these? Because, you know, the cat eyes that you did last time did really well. So I was like, yes, yes please. So I'm definitely going to go back and get the other ones, because these are beautiful and I think my clients will love them. So I'm definitely going to pick up the other 3 from the collection, and I might browse around and see what else I can find in their cat eye selection. Born Pretty has a huge selection of polishes, from jellies to cat eyes to creams, and they're all like really super good quality. So go check them out. I will leave the link in the description. I will leave the links to each of the products that I've used, as well as to Madam Glam for their gel paint. because why not? I mean, I don't know if Born Pretty has a gel paint. Maybe I'll look into that next time I contact them and maybe see if I can try out some other things that they have as well. But until then, I hope you all have an amazing day. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I mean, half of you guys out there that are watching aren't subscribed. So if you're watching, if you're liking the content, just go ahead and hit that subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. It is, you know, it really helps us out, really helps out these smaller creators such as myself. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up on this video if you like these types of videos. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do any other designs with these cat eyes, or anything else for that matter. I will definitely, if I can't do like a full video, maybe I can do like a little short of how to do some fun little things with Cateye and stuff like that. So yeah, again, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. See you later!